What's up guys, welcome back. TCG Metagame Breakdown for early May 2020. TCG format post Eternity Code. As you know, Eternity Code brought a couple of new cards, good cards, into the new TCG format. I'm looking at, like Orcust or for Orcust. We have stuff like Link Cross entering the format. We have Jewel Beast for dinosaurs. We have Madolche stuff. So let's take a look how Eternity Code had an impact on our current online TCG format, I guess. We've had a couple of tournaments here in the TCG online tournaments. Obviously, we had the PBG tournament here in Europe as well from Yugioh. Other tournaments as well already. All sources will be in the video description like always, but let's dig right into it. A lot of new stuff, interesting stuff as well, but at least definitely the first stuff is super frightening, since I don't think we can expect a ban list, right, from Konami, and don't get me started on the potential ban list. But first place, let's start with the PBG tournament, right? The cap, I guess, of 250 people, not really sure if it was really a cap, but a tournament, online tournament with 250 people. That's quite good for an online tournament. This is like the whole metagame breakdown, I guess. Super diverse, but let's dig right into the top 16 breakdown. That is the more interesting one, and pretty clear that we are currently in the online 2-deck format of Eldlich and Adamancipator. Adamancipator is evolving, as you will be seeing within the next couple of moments. And then, yes, the 2 decks from Eternity Code, both Madolche and Dinosaurs, got new support, and it definitely helped out. List will be shown soon, and of course Madolche, quite strong of an Underdark deck, definitely. First place, we have Ruben. First place in the PBG tournament, and well, if you have seen the finals, it was an Adamancipator mirror match, but Jesus Christ. Basically, short set, it was like a 3-duel match, but all duels ended like after the first turn, just putting up your unbreakable board. And looking at the list is here that Adamancipator did evolve like throughout past couple of weeks, like, the go engine in favor now of Lightning Storm, of Dark Ruler no more. We see Nibiru being dropped from main decks. I mean, it has been, well, Nibiru is of course a super strong card. It can be a blowout, but against most decks people can play around it. I'm looking at Adamancipator. It's not really good against some decks, maybe against something like Eldlich, even though there are combo Eldlich decks where Nibiru shines against. But I mean, back to this deck, Dark Ruler no more, Lightning Storm in the main deck, very frightening, and definitely lets the deck go second. And let's not forget, and here like the Dragon Buster in the main deck, again feels so filthy. I'm looking at a card like Union Carrier, ban-worthy, next to Link Cross, next to Needle Fiber, and even though this deck is not playing the Needle Fiber package of like Link Cross into more synchros, into like the Marshall, like more synchros, more link spam of the Mega Phantom Beast Link, also a card on my ban list radar now. But again, back to the list, the Dragon Buster lock. The thing with the Dragon Buster lock is that it's so frightening that you can just use your Union Carrier on your Boral Savage Dragon, a Dark, put your opponent under the extra deck lock, the domain lock, and the beautiful part here is that stuff like Dark Ruler no more does not shut down or prevent your opponent from, or shut down the extra deck lock, and that again feels so frightening. A deck like this, if you have seen the finals, if you know Adamancipator, an opening field of Boral Savage, Dweller, maybe Appaloosa, Masquerina play into Unicorn, the Adamancipator spell and Trap Negator, like super easy. It's child's play, super easy to make that field, and it just laughs at Nibiru and Dark Ruler no more, so that just feels so frightening. Second place, also an Adamancipator list, we see Tuning, a card that we've seen from a lot of lists actually here in the top 16, but Tuning searching out Quick Draw Synchron, and other lists searching Jet Synchron, basically setting up the Needle Fiber play and, like the Mega Phantom Beast Link, for example. But yeah, I mean, decks are evolving, right? Second place, by the way. Third and fourth place, both were Eldlich variants. First of all, a lot of hand traps, I guess, for Eldlich, but pretty much combo Eldlich here. Third place, well, top 4 basically, featuring Needle Fiber and double Mega Phantom Beast. I mean, they banned Tomahawk, but the Mega Phantom Beast link is fine. Just gives you free tokens, free spam. That makes sense. And the fact that, you know, like your Magician's Souls can just discard your Eldlich spells or traps, get free stuff, free draws, free searches. The deck as a whole is crazy, but Eldlich has one major downside, is that Adamancipator might be a bit more broken. Makes sense. Top 4, the other deck, also Eldlich as well, but very similar strategy, is also running the Deskbot tuner that can be special summon, and basically like an extra tuner, right, if you special summon the tokens off of the Mega Phantom Beast. But Link Cross, crazy card, gives you the potential formula synchron draw into the Marcher, into more synchros, and that counts for your Adamancipator as well, because it makes your level 6 synchro of the Adamancipator also a tuner. So again, instant level 8 synchro plays. The top 8, and that brings me with Madolches. Yeps, Madolche has got more support than Etco in Eternity Code. Madolche Promenade, the trap card negates like effects, monster effects if I'm not mistaken, also gets something back from the graveyard. And let's not forget Madolche, the extra normal summoner, even Madolche Saloon or Salon, however you want to pronounce it. But Madolche, pretty much an underdog deck. 2 decks, 2 Madolche players ended up top 8, and there were some differences between decks. I mean, you're heavily going second to one like main decking Ra Sphere mode, Dark Ruler no more, Lightning Storm, and so on, while the other deck main decked stuff like the Artifact Engine. But Madolche is a little bit under the radar currently, but it's good because, I mean, it feels, I mean, it can't put up a lot of negates, but the thing is that it can put up like a strong board, a big defense monsters, and I mean, getting rid of like Sistart is so difficult if they have multiple Madolche monsters in their graveyard, right? It's definitely very strong, and let's not forget Glass Souffle being that built-in DD Crow is definitely superb. Madolches, definitely keep it in mind. Let's move on. We see Adamancipator as well. Dinotherium, a card that we have seen like from Exceed Infernities back in 2014. Eldlich as well. Eldlich and Invoked. Invoked builds have been dropped, like a little bit, but still very strong, right? Top 8 as well. Let's move along to the top 16. Dinosaurs Tier 0 Dinosaurs, the next Zodiacs. Let's throw all those memes right in here. But Dinosaurs top 16, definitely strong. Featuring like the Trishul multiple draws, the needle fiber shenanigans with Link Cross as well. And yeah, seems about right, Dinosaurs. But the other decks are just like more consistent, I feel. Then we see Zodiacs, Eldlich Zodiacs, a really cool hybrid. I have another hybrid from Eldlich really soon, featuring Muskets. Next up, the last list from the PBG tournament. Again, Invoked Eldlich as well, I believe, from Elise Davis, if I'm not mistaken. Let's move on to a tournament in New Zealand. Not really sure how many players attended this tournament, but first place from Eldlich. Well, Eldlich won, I guess. Basically pure Eldlich, which we haven't seen from the PBG tournament. And then the second place and fourth place were both Dinosaurs. So this is the second place. We see the Dino Wrestler. Is it the level 2? Not really sure about that. The Earth one, right? Obviously. But yeah, I mean, Dinosaurs, high ceiling deck, but not really sure if it can like multiple round tournament, if it can stack up against a stronger deck like maybe Adamancipator. Then, last but not least, another Eldlich deck featuring Invoked to close down the top 4. Let's move forward. Last tournament from this weekend, the Yugioh tournament, online tournament here in Europe. This is the full breakdown, a lot of diversity, I guess. Adamancipator leading and a lot of other decks. Let's move along to the top 8 breakdown with Eldlich and Adamancipator. No surprise, we see Salads, Eldlich, Musket, there it is, have the list ready. Madolche ended up second place. No surprise, right? As we have seen Madolche going into the top 8, 2 deck lists in the PBG tournament as well. So definitely take a look out for Madolche and Poltergeist as well. The only lists that are currently released, but again, I'll leave a link to the like Facebook page to take a look at the lists when they are released. First place was Gabriel Nets. Again, the Adamancipator, right? Very, well, I want to say very similar strategy, but I mean, that's how it is. A Union Carrier. The card that might get, I mean, it's a card that's definitely on the ban list radar. Get the potential, Buster Luck out, but not in this deck, right? But anyway, so Link Cross, Needle Fiber as well. I mean, it's Adamancipator, the Dweller first turn to block your opponent, prevent your opponent from playing the game. That's basically how frightening this deck now is, thanks to Eternity Code. It feels more broken now. Man, yeah, whatever, right? So first place, the small Tenyi package is definitely quite interesting. Second place, we have Madolche. Again, Madolche also got more support, Eternity Code, even though this list is not running Kaijus, indeed, very straightforwardly sitting at 40 cards and triple Solemn Judgment. But yeah, okay, not opting to main Negative Dark Rule no more and Lightning Storm. Interesting, this one. But again, Glass Souffle is very strong, and those one card combos leading into an OTK, or like that lock field of Hood Cakes to start and like one Glass Souffle or like another rank 4 exceed is quite frightening. I mean, you might be able to break the board, but they'll just make a comeback with another like a Petting Cessor play, so the deck definitely feels quite frightening. Last but not least, we have yeah, indeed, the Eldlich Musket list. Thanks Joshua for sending over the list. Shoutouts that I had to mention from him were to Yuri Landsman, one of his opponent, I think, right before Tops, and shoutouts to CCG as well, again, his team, and for sending over this list here. But I mean, and Muskets taking up the normal summon obviously go well together with the small Eldlich package, and of course their spells and traps definitely go well with the Musket package, not to forget getting those free searches. And yeah, like Musket Max, the link is really broken, but it feels that it's okay because it's like for magical muskets, if that makes sense. So really cool, a lot of new information for new decks, for like, well, we're basically like the big two deck format, but it feels that Adamancipator is getting a little bit too strong, or am I exaggerating a little bit? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.